Electricity is a form of energy that makes things work. It's like an invisible force that can power up our homes and gadgets. Everything around us, from the tiniest atoms to the largest stars, contains tiny particles called electrons and protons. These tiny particles have electric charges. Electrons have a negative charge, and protons have a positive charge. When these charges move, they create a flow of electricity. Think of it like water flowing through a hose pipe. The water is like the electricity and the hose pipe is like the wire. Just like water needs pressure to flow through a hose pipe, electricity needs something called voltage to push it along. And just like we can control the amount of water flowing through a hose pipe, we can control the amount of electricity flowing through a wire. Electricity is not something we find readily available in nature like sunlight or wind. We need to generate it using power plants. Imagine a giant factory that produces electricity. That's what a power plant does. There are different ways to generate electricity, but most power plants use turbines. A turbine is like a giant fan that spins really fast. These turbines can be powered by various sources such as burning coal, harnessing the power of flowing water in dams, or using the wind to spin giant windmills. As the turbine spins, it turns a generator, which is like a special machine that produces electricity. Once the electricity is generated at the power plant, it needs a way to travel all the way to our homes. That's where power lines come in. Think of these power lines as an electric highway that carries electricity from the power plant to different places. These power lines are like giant wires that are held high above the ground by tall towers. Electricity travels through these wires very quickly. Before it reaches our homes, the electricity goes to a transformer, which is like a control box that reduces the voltage of electricity, making it safe for us to use. Finally, the electricity reaches our homes through wires connected to our houses, ready to power up our lights, appliances, and gadgets. Electricity is an essential part of our daily lives. We use it for almost everything. When we switch on a light, cook food on an electric stove, watch television, or charge our phones, we're using electricity. Can you imagine a day without electricity? It would be difficult to do many of the things we take for granted. That's why it's important to use electricity wisely and conserve energy whenever we can. Fun fact: did you know that electricity travels at the speed of light, which is approximately 299,792,458 meters per second? That means it can travel around the world 7.5 times in just 1 second.